this is Lisa from Life in Layouts. Thanks for joining me for another process video. Today I have the Freaky Fast Friday, and I love this challenge from the Scrap Room, both their blog and their Facebook page. So today I'm using this very cute and whimsical Celebrate Spring or Celebrate Easter page from Echo Park. So the Freaky Fast formula for this one is to use 6 3x3 squares. So for 4 of them, I just used the front and the back of the photo or of the paper. And then we were supposed to use a 10x12, but I really liked this banner strip from the pattern paper. And so I just used that instead. It's a 10 or a 12x2 instead of a 10x2. And then we were to use a 12x1.5. And so I used this cute carrot paper because I thought that that would be perfect for pictures with the Easter bunny. So the pictures that I'm using, I am actually doing a one by one, a single 12x12 layout. And I printed these photos. I only have 2 photos, and I printed them both at 5x7. And I really struggled with these 3x3 squares, and I cut a lot of it out, but I wanted to show you guys all of the different ways that you could use the 3x3 squares. It just wasn't working for my photo for some reason, and I don't know why, but I am getting there. I'm getting really close. So this is where I'm going to get my dimensions right. So this is how my layout's going to end up, with the photo in the center and the 3 squares coming out of each side of the photo. So I'm going to use Spice Marmalade on the edges because this is a really soft paper line. Like, all of the colors are very soft, which you would suspect from an Easter line. But because I have boys, I wanted to bring in some darker colors, and so that's why I did the Spice Marmalade. It's like a really dark orange, and it goes well with the carrots that are in the 12x1.5 strip, as well as the other orange that are throughout the paper. So I felt like my photo was getting a little lost, so I decided to put it on a white background, and then again distress it with the orange. So let me tell you about this photo. And you guys are going to be so surprised that what this photo is. This photo is a mall photo with the Easter bunny, right? Like you guys didn't know that before I said that. You wouldn't have figured that out, right? Like, had I not told you that, you would have never got that was a mall Easter bunny, right? So I'm just kidding. So we took the boys to obviously to the mall to get their pictures with the Easter bunny, and they're so cute. They're just we put them in some pastel polo shirts, and it was perfect outfits for photos with the Easter bunny. So this layout, once I figured out where to put those 3x3 squares, this layout came together freaky fast, which is what I love about this particular challenge over at the Scrap Room, is that it comes together so quickly. It may take you a few minutes to figure out a configuration that will work for you and your photos, but after that, you can knock this thing out so quickly. All I did was added these 2 chipboards, one with the Easter bunny and one with his Easter basket, and then the year, which was last year, in these glittery thickers. Now, I do cut this out, but it took me a few minutes to use my T-square ruler and make sure that it was centered, but I cut all that out because that's boring stuff, right? I did use some liquid adhesive on all of my chipboard because it's chipboard and it doesn't stick very well, right? So this little bunny, too, his ear was coming up, so I had to use some liquid adhesive on between the printed piece and the chipboard piece behind it. And then we also did a photo of with the Easter bunny and the family. So after I put these enamel dots down, I'm going to start working on the other side of this 2-page layout, because I always try to do 2 pages. Even if I only have 2 photos, I will print them in 5x7 and do kind of like a single page layout for both of them, but using the same paper so that they match in my book or my layout when I put them together. So what I wanted to do was just cut some big pieces. So this one with the carrots, because I used such a little piece of it on the other layout, I cut a 5x5 square, and then I cut out the Easter eggs because I thought that was perfect. I think that's at like a 4x8, and then I end up using the other side of this, but I cut that side so that I would have it to use again with the lines. I didn't want to cut out like half of the flower or something like that. So I end up putting my picture in the center and using my T-square ruler and my X-Acto knife to cut out the border, because I really wanted that darker border on the photos. But this paper is that Die Cuts with a View pattern paper. It has the white core center, and I love the color. It didn't cut very well, as you can see, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be all underneath this beautiful pattern paper. And I don't do it on camera, but afterwards I do put some washi tape on the back of this particular piece of pattern paper, not only around that rectangle, but also where the pattern papers meet, so that it gives it a little stability back there. And then also to cover up that where I put the ATG adhesive on the back. So as you can see, every time I lift up my paper, it is stuck to the back of my desk or the back of my mat. So I put some, I tried to get it off, but it just wasn't coming off. So I just put some washi tape on top of it and went with it. So, but I love the way that darker background color as a matte on against my photo. I love the way that looks. So I had a little tiny hole. You guys, I don't know if you can barely see it, where the carrots and the Easter egg paper meet. So I just cut out this 3x4 square or pocket card or 3x4 card, whatever you want to call them, to cover up that little hole. So I got these bows, which normally I don't buy the bows when they come in the kit, but these were super cute. So I wanted to use that. So that has a little pink paper that I used on the left-hand side in that same paper with the Easter bunnies on it. So I used that bow. And then I used the saying, "Somebody loves you," because this is definitely a family photo. There's sitting on the bench is their mom and Kevin, and then, you know, having me sitting next to Kevin. So it really is a true family photo. Unfortunately, Nicole's their mom's boyfriend had to work late, so he wasn't able to be in the photo, or he would have been there as well. But I also added a chocolate bunny and then the word family and then a little carrot chipboard piece, and that finishes that cluster there. And I love the way that cluster came out, because that carrot is definitely way too big for that chocolate bunny, but I think it looks cute there. So I brought in the other layout so that you guys could see them together and see what they look like side by side. These are 2 totally different layouts. They don't follow any type of pattern. There's no cohesiveness between the 2 pages except for the paper itself. It doesn't, flow from one photo to the next, or, one side of the layout to the next side of the layout, but it works. And that's what I want to stress for you guys. If you do have those one photos that you don't have a lot of, pull out the pattern paper and put, something next to it that will match, and that's going to work as well. So definitely check out the Scrap Room blog. I'll link it below so that you guys can get this Freaky Fast formula. I have a few close-ups for you guys, and if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you want to check out more double page layouts, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I hope everyone has a scrappy day. Thanks for watching.